So I said I wasn't going to do this. I was on the fence, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get this device, but I got this device. I got the OnePlus 10 Pro, and I was on the fence about this for quite some time already. Wasn't sure if I was going to get it or not because I just wasn't interested in it as far as it being a downgrade from last year's OnePlus 9 Pro, and some things staying the same that were annoying. But after seeing some really good reviews of this device and how good it is, I decided, what the hell, might as well pick this up. I got this off of Amazon for $8.99, and the only way I would get this phone is if it was in the green color. This is the emerald green. Amazon, Best Buy, and Wireless Place has the green color. T-Mobile only has the black, so I did not go through T-Mobile on this. So we're going to take a look at what comes in the box and take a look at the device, and I'm going to give my first impressions of the OnePlus 10 Pro. Before we get started, subscribe, like, and share. You know the drill, guys. Thank you all for joining me. Sick Eric Tech. Let's go ahead and jump down into it. First impressions, unboxing of the OnePlus 10 Pro. Let's go. Alright guys, so again, thank you all for joining me. We're going to take a look at the OnePlus 10 Pro, take a look at what comes in the box and the actual device, and I'm going to give my first impressions of what I think about this. I was on the fence about getting this device just because I wasn't sure if it was worth it. For $8.99, you're getting 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of internal storage, and that is a bit of a downgrade from last year's OnePlus 9 Pro, which started off with 12 gigs at 256 storage, but that phone was $1,000. This phone is $8.99, so we're going to take a look at what comes in the box, and sort of excited about this device. I was excited at first, but then I realized the specs, and kind of turned me off a little bit as far as picking this up. But I went ahead and made my decision and decided to get it just because there have been some good reviews of this device on YouTube, and I figured, what the hell, why not? People are saying it's a good device. Some people are saying it's not, but I want to make sure for myself on Sick Eric Tech to see for myself, is this worth picking up? OnePlus 10 Pro, this is the box it comes in. You get your OnePlus over here, Hasselblad over here, and very, very nice clean box. I do miss the more elongated boxes that used to come with OnePlus, but now they went back to the more of a smaller, boxier version. So up top, you're going to be greeted with your welcome guide, quick start guide, safety info, and everything. And you get your SIM ejection tool along with a note from OnePlus if you guys want to pause that right there and check that out, from Pete, founder of OnePlus. Very, very nice. OnePlus always does good with their unboxing experience and what comes in the box, and you also get some stickers as well. So very, very nice experience with OnePlus. Never been disappointed with their packaging. And firstly, you're greeted with the device itself, and let's go ahead and check out what else comes in the box. Nice little tray. Now, great thing about OnePlus, hopefully they don't stop doing this, is they include a charger in the box, and not just any charger. This is a 65-watt charger. Here in the States it's 65. Everywhere else you're going to get 80 watts, which is disappointing, but still super VOOC charging. 65 watts, definitely a lot more than what other manufacturers are giving you. You also get your USB-C to USB-C classic OnePlus red cable. And then you also get a transfer tool. I just knocked over my little Android guy. Then you get a USB to USB Type-C transfer tool if you want to transfer some stuff to this, or hook up a mouse or something like that. You could do that with that tool. And OnePlus never disappoints with their unboxing experience. They definitely give you everything that you need in the box. So here it is, the OnePlus 10 Pro in all its glory. And let's go ahead and check it out. And bam, this is the emerald forest as far as the colors go. Now I swore that I would only get this device only if I could get it in this green color. I did not want the black color, but check this out. Nice shimmer on this device. You get your camera stovetop cutout on the back that is made out of ceramic. So it should be very durable as far as scratch resistance. Fingerprints, that's a different story, but this thing looks and feels absolutely amazing. So very, very nice. Let's go ahead and turn it on. You do get a pre-installed screen protector on here as well, and this version, like I said, I got this from Best Buy, and it does not come with the case in the box. I just noticed that, so I'm going to have to buy a case. But the Best Buy version does not come with a case, which is a little bit disappointing. I kind of wish that it did. But let's go ahead and check it out. I'm gonna set this up and go ahead and play with it just a little longer. So as far as some specs goes, you get a 6.7 inch LTPO2 fluid AMOLED display up front. You get a 1440 by 3216, 120 hertz refresh rate. Android 12 out of the box with Oxygen OS 12.1 out of the box. Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 storage. So very, very nice. I definitely love the hardware on here. You get your alert slider per usual, and this thing just looks absolutely gorgeous. Let's go ahead and just revel in its beauty. Now I did say that my last video about this device and my concerns, to watch me end up liking it, kill myself if I end up loving this device after I just said how bad it was. But still, I'm a tech reviewer, and if I end up liking a device, I end up liking it. What can I say? So I'm going to get this set up, and we'll come back to cruise the interface a little bit, so don't go anywhere. Alright, so as far as options for security, you do get face unlock and fingerprint unlock, as well as your lock screen password. So we're going to go ahead and do fingerprint unlock and then do our password on here. And you notice that they did move the fingerprint up from last year. It was a little bit lower on the OnePlus 9 Pro, and that was kind of annoying. So that is definitely a good thing. The OnePlus listened and moved the fingerprint to a more comfortable position. Now as far as setting up the fingerprint sensor, pretty darn quick. And let's go ahead and continue with the edges. And this is an optical fingerprint sensor, so it is going to be fast and reliable, but definitely not as fast as an ultrasonic that you would get on a Galaxy S22 Ultra. So let's go ahead and do face unlock as well. And let's go ahead and continue. And apparently it got it really quick. Alright, so now we're going to set up the display and font. So let's go ahead and keep that on OnePlus Sans, just because I like that font. Size looks pretty good to me. So as far as navigation gestures, go ahead and click next. And let's go ahead and start up the device, and we are in. So this is the OnePlus 10 Pro. Let's check out that face unlock, shall we? And kept unlocked by face unlock. Now let's check out the fingerprint sensor. And boom, fingerprint sensor is fast. Per usual, OnePlus never lets down as far as the performance goes. They're very good with all the performance on this device. So as far as cameras go, you get a 48 megapixel main sensor, aperture of f1.8. And it does have PDAF, laser autofocus, and optical image stabilization. You get an 8 megapixel telephoto lens with an aperture of f2.4 with 3.3 times optical zoom. So I'm excited to see exactly how the quality is on that camera. 50 megapixel ultra wide aperture of f2.2 with a 150 degree field of view. That is insane, and definitely the largest of any other device out there. Of course, you get Hasselblad's color calibration as far as their color science. Front megapixel, 32 megapixel with an aperture of f2.2. Now you can record up to 8K on the rear and only 1080p on the front, which is a huge bummer, OnePlus. Why do you keep giving us just 1080p on the front facing camera? They did that last year, Very annoying. It's 32 megapixel. You should be able to record higher than 1080p. So I'm excited to see exactly how photos and video come out using this front-facing camera. It is in the corner and out of the way. As far as everything goes, you get stereo speakers on here, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2. You do get a 5,000 milliamp hour battery with 60 watt fast Super VOOC charging and wireless charging on here as well. So that is very, very nice. The back is going to be covered in Corning Gorilla Glass 5, I believe, and it is frosted. And that's one thing that I didn't like about the OnePlus 9 Pro. It was a fingerprint magnet with that shiny silver color. This is very, very nice and very smooth on the back. You get Corning Gorilla Glass Victus on the front, so that's good, but no Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, just regular Victus. IP68 dust and water resistance only for the T-Mobile version, but I think all of these phones are made the same. It's just OnePlus does not pay for the certification in some markets and on some regions for this device, and they're all pretty much made the same. Okay, it's going to be the same build and the same phone that you get on T-Mobile. It's just that is actually the rated as far as IP68. They actually paid for that rating, but it's going to be the same. You still get your seal around the SIM tray on here, so no differences in my opinion. Now, I wouldn't go, dipping this in any water just in case, or going swimming with it, obviously. But more than likely, it's going to be covered. Very, very nice weight on here. It only comes in about 201 grams or 7.9 ounces. So very, very nice and feeling phone. And here it is compared to the Ultra as far as size goes. And that green color. Which green looks the best to you guys? So far, I like both of them. The S22 Ultra, a little bit of a darker green, while the OnePlus is a little bit of a lighter green with a little bit of a metallic look to it. So very, very nice color. I swear I would only get this phone in green and not the volcanic black. You get your Hasselblad on your camera logo right there, which is made out of ceramic, if I haven't mentioned that earlier. And you get your flash, which is pretty cool looking. I don't like the text on the flash. As you can see right there, has to do with something phone, second generation, 50 megapixel, some crap like that. You get your OnePlus logo. Over here on the side, you get your power button, along with your famous mute slider. You could switch between silent, vibrate on here. Very, very nice. On this side, you get your volume button. At the bottom, you get one speaker, USB Type-C, a microphone, and your SIM tray. This is not going to be dual SIM. It's only a single SIM. Up top, you get another microphone, and then on the back, you do get a microphone right in the center of the cameras right there. So that is one different setting or different view or look than the version that came out in China. They did not have that microphone right there in the center of the cameras. So very, very nice. Let's go ahead and check out some of the settings in here. So you have a lot of options when it comes down to OnePlus, especially when it comes down to personalization. You can customize your icons, your always on display. Let's go ahead and set this to all day for display. And as far as display settings, show fingerprint sensor, you could do a message on there, notifications, you could do new notifications, horizon light, you could change on here to red or gold. Let's go ahead and stick with blue. And as far as the always on display type, you get all your different clocks right here. They pretty much look the same as they did last year. Let's go ahead and stick with, let's go ahead and go with the analog clock and apply that. And always on display is going to be on. As far as your icons go, you could change the size and everything on here. If you want to change your icon shape and the size of them, you could do that on here. As far as colors, you get a wide variety of colors. You could change your interface as far as toggles go. Let's go ahead and do this with a nice green color just to match the phone. You could also choose the color that you want on there as well. For all your colors, you could change your font and display size, and horizon light, and you also get a whole bunch of different animations for your fingerprint sensor, which is pretty cool. They do have some new ones on here. Wormhole energy. Let's go ahead and stick with fireworks. So very, very nice on the customization. Wallpapers, you get a whole bunch of different wallpapers that you could choose from. So very, very nice. You get live wallpapers and your static wallpapers on here. So quite a few to choose from. You could also download wallpapers from a third-party app as well. Going on over to display settings, let's go ahead and change this to dark mode. And brightness, take that off of auto brightness and turn this hoe up. You get screen color mode, which you get vivid, natural, and pro mode, which is pretty cool. You could do cinematic or brilliant. And cinematic uses the P3, so let's go ahead and stick with that on there. You could also do brighter or brilliant. And as far as nature tone, you could do that as well. Video enhancement engine, image sharper. You could turn that on if you want. And video color enhancer, you could turn that on. Just to give your videos a little bit more of a pop on there. Let's do screen off, set that to 5. Screen resolution. Now out of the box is going to come with full HD+. Of course, you could change that to 1440. And as far as your refresh rate goes, it's either high or standard, so 120 Hz or 60 Hz on there. It is an LTPO2 display, so it will go all the way down to 1 Hz when you're not scrolling and you're just looking at an image. Screen display, you could do your camera cutout and things like that on there. So very nice, a lot of customization on here for OnePlus. As far as media goes and sound, you do to get Dolby Atmos with a whole bunch of different scenario settings on here. You got smart movie, gaming, music, and as far as environmental profile, you could do that as well. So very, very nice with Dolby Atmos on there. Advanced settings, nothing too serious there. So yeah, I'm very excited about this phone. I was on the fence about getting it just because I didn't think it would be a worthy upgrade from last year's OnePlus 9 Pro. $899 gives you 128 gigabytes of storage and 8 gigabytes of RAM. The Pixel Pro is the same price, and the Galaxy S22 is $799, I believe, and that also has 8 gigabytes and 128 storage. So there definitely are some other options for that sort of storage capacity on a smartphone for a little bit of a cheaper price. So I was definitely on the fence about getting this device. Battery life, like I said earlier, 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So I'm excited to see exactly how good OnePlus is, and their battery life on the OnePlus 9 Pro was okay. It wasn't that great, so I'm excited to see exactly how it is improved. Oxygen OS 12, they finally went away from the Color OS Oxygen OS merger, and now we just get Oxygen OS. There are a little bit more features on here that are more Color OS as far as changing your icons and your home screen. You can do your icons right there. You can do a layout on your home screen, so you get a bunch of different options where you don't even have to install a third-party launcher. You could do a transition for all your pages. So very, very nice. And then you could also go into more, lock home screen. You could do your layouts, double tap to lock. That way you could double tap your screen and lock your device at the same time. Swipe down, you could do a global search or your notification drawer. Animation speeds, you could change that up to fast if you want things to be a little bit more snappier. Double tap to wake or turn off screen. Let's turn that on. Recent task manager right here, you could lock some apps to your recent tasks if you want to save them in your memory. So very, very nice. Let's go ahead and go back, and we are done. So now you got double tap to lock and double tap to wake. You also get a whole bunch of gestures on your always on display as far as switching music and stuff when you're on your always on display. By swiping on your screen with screen off gestures, you can do double tap to wake, draw an O for a camera, and then you also get music control, which if you swipe on your always on display, you could pause, play music, or go to the next track. I really love this feature. So if you have your phone sitting on the desk and you want to switch tracks, you just swipe on the screen and you're good to go. If you need to push pause really quick, you swipe down with 2 fingers and it will pause the music or whatever you're playing. So very, very nice. I love their gestures on OnePlus devices. So I'm very, very excited about this. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to get the OnePlus 10 Pro, but I went ahead and got it anyways, and I'm excited to test out the cameras and compare them to the Galaxy S22 Ultra to see how they stack up as far as video goes and pictures go. And I probably will be comparing this to the regular Galaxy S22 and some other devices such as the LG V60 and the Pixel 6 to see exactly how this stacks up against those cheaper versions, and of course the big boy right here, which is the S22 Ultra. So this has been my first impressions of the OnePlus 10 Pro, and so far I'm liking the feel of it. It's very nice and slender, pretty light. You get your curved edges on your display. A lot of people like that, a lot of people don't, and personally I don't mind. It looks exactly like a OnePlus 9 Pro from the front, but you turn it around and you get this new design right here. Very, very nice, and very nice looking, very comfortable in the hand with these rounded edges and the rounded back. So it feels really nice, and it's not that heavy too. It's definitely a lot easier to hold than the Ultra over here. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys for joining me on this first impressions and unboxing of the OnePlus 10 Pro. If you want to see more content about this device compared to other devices, be sure you subscribe and click that notification bell. That way we get notified on future videos that I'm going to do on this device right now. That being said, you guys stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.